In this video, we got another episode of this series where I do rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your squads over on Twitter at @EvanTanaka. I'll usually put out a tweet every 3 to 4 days or so, and you guys will respond to that tweet, reply with your squad, how much MT you guys have to be, have a chance to be featured in one of these videos. So if you guys want to have a chance to be featured, head on over to Twitter at @EvanTanaka. And again, not the tweet that I put out today, but the tweet I'll be putting out in the next 3 days. It should be on Saturday or Sunday this upcoming weekend. Just respond to that tweet in the future with your team, how much MT you guys have, and you have a chance to be featured in one of these videos. But looking at the first squad here, sent in by GH Season, I guess is his name. He's got 600,000 MT to work with, and he's level 30. So you have Willis Reed is what you're telling me. I'm assuming by saying that you're level 30. So what I would do here probably is run Wemby and Kareem as your 2 centers, and then your starting power forward could either be Willis Reed or have Willis Reed off the bench. Now, if you're able to grind the playoff spotlight sims, I'm probably going to recommend this for a lot of people's teams. If you're able to grind the playoff spotlight sims and get Miles Turner, that's going to be a huge upgrade for you. So if you can do that, and again, I'll probably recommend that for most people's squad, but if you can do that, definitely go ahead, run Willis Reed off your bench and have Miles Turner starting as his 100 overall in the playoff spotlight sims. But let's say you're not wanting to do that, or just, don't really feel like obviously grinding that many games and that much offline, but you're starting power forward position, 600k to work with. You don't want to go too crazy for the power forward position. I'm thinking of somebody cheaper, even just like a Brad Miller, a Jack Sikma, Andre Bargnani. Those type of power forwards honestly is who I would go with to go next to Wemby. So then your front court could be, let's say, Brad Miller, Wemby. Off the bench, it could be Willis Reed and Kareem, or again, in that situation, you would start Willis Reed and then have Brad Miller off the bench. Talking about the small forward position, LeBron could be your backup small forward, but for starting small forward, I would really recommend going out and trying to get a dark matter Beasley. If you don't want to pay that much, then go get a dark matter Luol Deng, go get a dark matter AK, go get a dark matter Vladimir Radmanovic or Tim Thomas. So many good options at the small forward position that I do think are much better than LeBron and MPJ. So you can have LeBron off the bench, that's perfectly fine, but get one of those small forwards at your starting small forward position. And then backup point guard Galaxy Denny, he's a really good choice. There's some other options as well, but Bogut, Denny, probably the 2 best choices for your specific squad. Now looking at the next team here, guys, sent in from Hollywood Foam or Solar, whatever your name is, or however you go by, I guess. He says hopefully not too late, but he does have 1.6 mil MT to spend. And am I tripping here? Are you just trying to like hold on to your team and hoard your MT till the end of the year? Because 1.6 mil and you have Pink Diamond Yao Ming off the bench with the John Stark, Swanader, Gordon Hayward, John Wall. I mean, the starting lineup's okay, but what type of team is this with 1.6 mil? I have no idea how much MT you're willing to spend. I won't spend all of it, but I'm definitely going to give you some bigger upgrades to make, because what you can do with this squad is go starting point guard Denny, starting shooting guard Paul George, starting small forward, again, one of those names, Tim Thomas, AK, Vladimir, Luol Deng, Beasley, one of those small forwards. Let's say with your squad 1.6 mil, let's go get dark matter Beasley to be our starting small forward, right? So you got Denny, Paul George, Beasley. Power forward position, you can go Willis Reed. Again, if you want to grind the playoff spotlight sims and if you want to get Miles Turner, you could start him. But again, we'll say Willis Reed, starting power forward. And then starting center, you know what? Probably Dikembe, maybe Galaxy Wemby, Mark Eden, Artis Gilmore. A lot of different choices, or even like a Rudy Gobert in the playoff spotlight sims, or if you can get DeAndre Ayton from the Summer Festival. There's a lot of different choices to go with. Let's say you want to spend quite a bit of your MT. Let's go get dark matter Beasley and dark matter Dikembe for this starting lineup. Now off the bench, you're going to need a backup point guard. Again, Bogut's a really good choice. I'm trying to think of other point guards. Manu Ginobili, he's a good choice as well at the point guard position. So let's say you go Manu Ginobili as your backup point guard. Again, if you can grind the spotlight sims, try to get Caruso, try to get J-Dub. These would be 2 nice cards to have in your backup backcourt is what I'm trying to say. But let's just go for straight auctionable cards. Let's go Bogut backup point guard. Shooting guard, I like Rick Barry here. You could go Deron Williams, but let's go Bogut for some size at backup point guard. I like Amen Thompson, Rick Barry here as 2 really good options. Maybe a Franz Wagner could be good as well if you want to go for a really tall team off the bench. But let's go Rick Barry as your backup shooting guard, dark matter LeBron as your backup small forward, and then for your backup front court, we can try to keep it a little bit cheaper. Even getting a card like Galaxy Bodino could be really good. Brad Miller, dark matter is really good. And then backup center, go with Pink Diamond Wemby. grind for Rudy Gobert, get DeAndre Ayton, right? Or even go for like a cheap center like a Roy Hibbert. A bunch of different options you can do with your type of squad. Looking at the next team here, sent in from I'm a Banana, or Jaden. I guess we'll call you Jaden instead. 400,000 MT to spend. He says he'll probably do the playoff challenges. Okay, cool. So what you want to do then is if you're doing the playoff challenges, run Caruso over Jason Kidd. Is this like a similar team to my No Money Spends? Run Caruso over Jason Kidd for some more defense and a little bit more size. I mean, you can keep J Kidd if you want, but I would go Caruso over Jason Kidd. If you can grind for J-Dub as well as Miles Turner, you can maybe play J-Dub over Josh. It depends if you want more offense or more defense, but definitely get Miles Turner. He can be your backup power forward 1000%. And then you really just need a center. Go get Mark Eden. I think if you have Miles Turner, Mark Eden off the bench in your front court, that's going to be electric. That's all you really need to do. Caruso, J-Dub could be some decent choices as well, but get Miles Turner and also get Mark Eden. I think that'll be a perfect backup front court for your specific team. And looking at the next squad sent in from Lorenzo, or Big Fish Zoe, he's got 808,000 MT. More soon after breaking down his event pieces. Gonna get Paul George soon. Thinking about getting either Amen Thompson or Kawhi, but he doesn't know when he should buy. I mean, if you want to buy those cards, probably wait till this weekend or maybe on Thursday night to see if the leaks are going to be good. If the market does go down, we'll have to see if we're getting GOAT cards and packs this week. I would assume we are, but again, we'll have to wait and see. With your type of squad, this is a decent 10-man rotation. Like, this is a team that you can put out there and you can have some sort of success with. 800,000 MT, you have a lot of choices and a lot of different routes you could go with. Now, I will say for this team, if you don't want to really make any upgrades in your front court, I think you're fine with Tim Duncan, Rudy Gobert, Willis Reed, and Roy Hibbert. So you're fine with that. If you wanted to get like a Pink Diamond Wemby over Roy Hibbert, or you wanted to spend a bit more, get Artis Gilmore or Mark Eden for your backup center position, that could be an upgrade as well. And then start one of those guys, have Rudy Gobert off the bench. But I think you're fine if you want to keep Roy Hibbert, you want to keep your front court guys. I think your small forward position could get upgraded. I know I'm recommending a lot of the same names, but again, Dark Matter Beasley, Dark Matter Luol Deng, Tim Thomas, AK, Vladimir. Let's say you go Vladimir starting small forward, and let's say AK off the bench to give you some more defense off the bench, because you're replacing Jaden McDaniels, who's a really good defender, so you want to have some defense off the bench. So let's say you get those two small forwards, right? That's going to cost you about 300k. I would say about 300,000 MT. You still have 500k left to work with. And Luka and Josh Giddey are fine. I mean, OG and Ron Artest are fine. For me though, I would try to get, J-Dub if you're going to grind those challenges. He's just better than OG Anunoby. Again, if you're going to grind for Miles Turner, definitely get Miles Turner, play him over Willis Reed, but try to get J-Dub if you can. If you can't, between Amen Thompson or Kawhi, I would probably run Amen Thompson and put him off the bench to give you some more offense off the bench, to have Giddey, Amen Thompson, and AK. So that's what I would do with your squad specifically. Looking at the next team here, sent in from John Paul. He says, I need your help again. Since he sold his Invincible Wemby last time, he doesn't know where he should spend his 11.7 million MT. That is crazy. He has almost 12 mil. He wants to get Ben Simmons and Yao, but they are still expensive. I mean, yeah, those cards are still expensive. I think if you're trying to make like the best squad possible with 11 mil, Rudy Gay, go get that card. I mean, yes, he's expensive, but I mean, for you, he's probably what, 1.5 mil, maybe even less. Again, for this amount of MT, Rudy Gay is like a must-have card. Then you can have Denny, Rudy Gay, Vladimir, Dikembe, Mark Eden. Perfect starting five. I'm not going to try to spend all of your 11 mil, but that's a huge upgrade to make, is getting Rudy Gay. Now for your bench, again, it just depends how much MT you're willing to spend. I think getting Yao could be a huge upgrade for you. So maybe go get Yao, start him next to Dikembe, have Mark Eden off the bench. You're still going to have like, what, 4 million, 5 million MT left, maybe even more. So get Yao, and then maybe make some subtle upgrades. Like if you want to get, 100 overall MJ for 1 million MT at the backup point guard position, start him over Denny, have Denny off the bench. That could be an upgrade. Or if you want to, upgrade your backup shooting guard position over Franz or Josh, you could even just go get an Amen Thompson or Rick Barry. Not that expensive, but it's going to be quite a big of an upgrade. So those are like the best upgrades I would make. Rudy Gay, Yao Ming for sure. Get those two cards. Ben Simmons, you could go out and get, but is he much better than Denny and Josh Giddey? He is, but is it like a crazy upgrade and worth the amount of MT that Ben Simmons goes for? In my personal opinion, no. So that's what I would do with your specific squad. Again, you have a lot of MT to spend. I think getting Yao, Rudy Gay, those are like the worth it cards for their price, especially with Yao Ming coming down in price. He's still really expensive, but he is coming down in price. Now, last team we'll be talking about in today's video, sent in by AB. His squad could use a lot of upgrades. We only have 93k to work with. You got Paulo, Jabari, Rocco, solid. that's about it, to be honest. So what I would do is have your 2 shooting guards be Jabari off the bench, have Josh Childress starting. Those can be your 2 shooting guards. For your point guard position, go cheap, go Jalen Suggs starting point guard, and then go probably Evan Turner off the bench next to Jabari Smith Jr. Have Rocco as your backup small forward, Paulo as your starting small forward. That's your 1, 2, 3 on the starting lineup and the bench. Perfectly cool. Now for your front court, not sure how much MT you'll have left. You'll still have quite a bit of that MT left. For your power forward position, go get Dino, go get Miles Turner. Again, for this type of team, you should definitely be in the NBA playoff spotlight Sims challenges. Like, you should be grinding for Caruso, Jaden McDaniels, Siakam, OG, Gobert, Miles Turner, J-Dub. Like, you should be grinding for these cards. If you don't want to do that, to give you upgrades, get Dino, Miles Turner for the power forward position. For center, really recommend either getting DeAndre Ayton, getting Rudy Gobert. If you have to go on the auction house, get a Roy Hibbert if you can afford him, and then try to get like a Wang ZZ for your backup center. So in my opinion, that'd be my best upgrades for your specific squad. But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video of me helping improve your guys' teams. Again, if you want to be featured in the next one, look on my Twitter in the next couple days. It'll probably be posted on Saturday or Sunday. The tweet, respond to that tweet with your team, how much MT you guys have, and I'll pick six people to put in the next video that will be dropping on Sunday. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.